So, Johan Olzon, you are the founder and part of the Soeder collective that is famous for soaps. And before you started this venture, you were working for the bag manufacturer Freitag. That leads to the question: how many times per day you wash your hands?
Thank you for the famous. I'm not sure how famous we are. It's a good question. 20, perhaps 30. I mean, I work with soap. Yesterday, I probably washed my hands 50 times because we are testing some new machines, doing bar soaps, which is exciting. And then basically the daily pollution is soap to wash away, which is then obviously very practical.
So you wash soap with soap away?
Exactly, yeah. It's also very good when we need to clean the floors, for example. We just need to add water and scrub, yeah.
That means you want to produce a bar soap because now you are mainly producing liquid soap, right?
Yes, I think the bar soap is the origin of soaps. That's where it started. It's the origin of each cleaning even. And we don't do that, and I think it's a sad thing. And now we invested and spent a lot of energy on learning the process. There's very few companies who do this on the industrial scale nowadays in Switzerland, and we're getting there. We need some more months, but yeah, soon we will have bar soaps. And I think the form bar soap is also very interesting for future purposes, talking about waterless products, transportable products. So thinking much further, shampoo and even solid lotions, and there's a lot of exciting possibilities. Even washing your clothes and so on.
True. Even I know a guy that was like when he took a shower, he used the bar soap for the body, which is I think not so usual, but I think it can be the same like the normal liquid soap that people use for showers.
Yeah, there's two types. I think it's the bar guy, girl, and the liquid person. So I think it's a little bit like wearing a black or white T-shirt. You choose your soap.
You wear a white T-shirt, so this is the bar guy.
No, I'm actually a liquid guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm also a liquid guy, but let's see what the new Soeder bar soaps are looking like and feel like and smell like. Yeah, so let's be honest. So Corona was a blessing for your company, right?
I wouldn't call it a blessing. It's a give and take, obviously. It puts a great focus on hygiene, and we produce hygiene articles. We also decided to push forward the product we had in the drawer, a sanitizer. And a sanitizer from a care perspective. Sanitizer is a biocide. It's made to kill things. And therefore they're often too harsh. We do care products. We wanted to do a caring sanitizer, which also in the scent aspect, but also on the skin aspect, to take care of the skin. So we pushed this through, and we were lucky that people liked it a lot. So this helped a lot. But we are serving gastronomy, and Swiss is a big client of ours, hotels, and all our friends in this business is obviously not doing too great. And then they're also needing less of our products. It's been a give and take also for a hygiene producer.
Yeah, that's a good aspect. What I want to speak later a little bit. You said that this sanitizer that was a new product, right? So you launched this in March last year, right?
Yeah, it was completely new. Luckily, we had it laying around there, but the relevance wasn't that big. I mean, sanitizer were used for people traveling or a bit back in the kitchen, and all of a sudden it became a new basic. And obviously, then having the soap and the sanitizer was then great, having two hygiene basics.
And you had this already like you already had some experiences, because I think the cool thing about the sanitizer in this case is that it's it also smells good, and it's not too bad for your skin, because I realized that now I'm washing my hands way more often than before. It's also that I washed my hands before I had lunch or something, but I think we are washing our hands way more for a year now, and I realized that too much of these liquid things in the entrance of a supermarket or a cafe or wherever, at the end of the day, you could really feel your hands were kind of attacked by these products. And so that was your goal, to have a product that is really that's careful for your skin as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's to do a care product and not have a classic biocide, because we know a lot about the function of alcohol, and we know what percentage kills bacteria, but there is a government regulation which makes it more difficult to make a good sanitizer for the skin. And then you need to do a lot of tests. We invested a lot of energy into this to make a product which falls outside the quick lane or the autobahn. And we're happy with the result. People seem to be happy as well. And I think it was the same thing with the soap back in the days. We didn't want to do a classic contemporary wash gel. We said we want to go back to the heritage of soap and make a great product. And we made a true soap back then. And so I think it's the same principle.
But the sanitizer was really, I think, your bestseller product this last year.
Yeah, of course. I think in general it was one of the most relevant products. Not only our sanitizer in general, and we were fighting to produce, and I think we were lucky to manage to source raw material. It was very difficult to get bottles, to get pumps, to get ethanol. We really need to fight because there was a shortage. And we could deliver, and we are very close. We were fast to deliver, and I think that was beneficial for us. And I think it's nice to have a local producer who can deliver fast. So.
Sure, no, and I really these. Let's I realized that I saw this bottle in a lot of places. I've never seen it before, so it really, and also people were using it and probably not knowing it's from Soeder. So was really that was the main income for Soeder last year, I guess.
Yes, I mean it was definitely the most relevant product. Yeah, and it did open up. We connected to a lot of new customers. Definitely, I think why we were more known in a certain part of Zurich, and of course now we widen in Switzerland. Yeah.
So I also saw the product in Basel or in Bern, and really I remember I saw it in the Kitchener in Bern. It's a fashion store. I saw it in Basel in some cafes and restaurants during last year when they were open in these months in summer. So you really expanded now in Switzerland with this product.
Yeah, we're all over Switzerland. I would say we have, I think, around 1,000 customers in Switzerland. And we're also exporting to Germany, to Scandinavia. We have quite a lot of customers in America as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In America?
Yeah. We have the equivalent to Globus, Nordstrom's in America. It's a very good customer. So I don't know, perhaps we have around 100 customers there now.
Wow, so it's really finished with this kind of, because people always say, this soap is just existing in the hip area of Zurich, in these cool bars and restaurants, and that's it. But this is really I think not not the case
No,
anymore.
and I think it's a quality product, and it's a Swiss quality product, and it's a big interest for Swiss quality products all over the world. Definitely, yeah.
Quality products from Switzerland, I think, are also welcome, or also used in other countries for sure. But you are not from Switzerland; you are from Sweden. So how it comes? You started here with your company.
I was a bit bored of Sweden a long time ago. I think 2003, 4, and decided to leave to take a break in Austria, which I did, and quickly got too engaged in working again there with the snowboard company, and through this got in contact with a Dutch entrepreneur which did bags. So I ended up then going to Switzerland, working with bags. There's a brand called Quest back in the days. Did this for a while, and then wanted to go back home. And then I think it was Markus Freitag who called me. I'm not sure it could have been Danny, but I think it was Markus. And he said, "Hey, are you really sure you want to go home to Sweden?" And I said, "I think so, but I don't know." He said, come and visit us. I went and visited them. And then they convinced me then to stay a bit. So I worked for them for 5 years, kind of in between them, leading the creative process then either in design or even in communication. It was a really good time, learned a lot. Got some children, and decided that Switzerland is my home, and yeah, I stayed. And after 5 years with Freitag, I felt I need to do something, and decided to take a break, thinking a lot about what to do. And then we started Soeder 2013. And I founded it with my wife, but was clear from the beginning we don't want to do this alone. We want to have a great team, and we invited a lot of people to join this collective with, how to say, different experiences or superpowers. And we built a great team. Started, and ended up doing soap in the end, but we also produce other products. We do.
I know, and we will. That's also I want to talk about a little bit, because people think you're just doing soap. But was this the initial idea? Was really or was it the idea? Hey, we want to be a collective, and then let's see what we are doing, or was it really the idea too?
No, it was. We were very focused.
Okay.
From the original idea was, we saw that the whole industry was changing, so we saw the need of having our own trademark with own products. We wanted to focus on commodities or basics, products people really use, and at the same time then make sure to produce these basics in a sustainable way. We really wanted to change something, and through selling directly then, or having a shorter chain, being able to offer a better price quality and fairness in the product. I started with this, and after a while then we felt, hey, we really want to be starting of the chain. We really want to do the full process, not only design the clothes and produce them somewhere else. We really would like to do the whole product ourselves. And we started to play with the idea of, perhaps we could build a small factory. It's a bit scary. How do you build a factory? Has someone ever worked in a factory? I mean, in our society, it's something very far away.
Yeah, sure.
And in the end, we said, yeah, let's do this. And we rented a room. It was a house we was supposed to be tear down. We rented it. We bought a machine, and we started to experiment. And noticed after around 6-7 months that we have a really good product.
Oh, that's good, because what was because soaps already existed, so what was the point you thought, okay, this is something different that people beside, let's say, the sustainable approach, which is really important, but I think that's one thing. But the other thing is also that it has to be a special product at the end.
Exactly. So we started to look then on the detergents. What you wash your hands with. Normally you have this wash gel body washes, normally marketed as a soap, and you quickly see it's not soap. And we went back to the origin of soap, read books 200 years old.
Was this the initial idea for the collective to producing soap, or you just thought, okay, we want to do a sustainable product and let's see what we can do?
Yeah. No, we were very focused. We wanted to do basics, commodity products which you use daily. We wanted to make sure they were responsibly sourced. We wanted to make sure they were made in Europe as well. And we started with a big range of product, textiles and so on. We worked with a lot of Swiss producers, but also producers in Portugal and all over Europe, making sure the fibers, all the materials were sustainably sourced. But we always felt the need to do more, or to get even closer to the source, and really do the product fully ourselves than having a factory. But we were a bit scared of having a factory.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
And what it means, and something which is very far away in today's society. But we decided, let's build a factory.
And then you took your own living room in the beginning, or?
No, I worked a lot in the kitchen. I
Okay.
did it. Like a lot of the sampling my lab was in the kitchen, which was kind of nice. But no, we needed a physical space, and we were lucky to find an old washing room. It was a professional washer in there, a small room, I think 20 square meters. And we managed to find a second-hand tank. The pharmaceutical tanks are very expensive. We didn't have money for this, so we got a small tank which was second-hand. We rebuilt it a bit, started to work with it. It was complicated. We also had very limited heat options. We needed to work with complicated chemical reactions to generate heat, and it was tricky. But after 6 months, we had a product. We noticed it's a good product. We could produce it industrial, like on a little bit of a bigger scale. It was, I think, 150 to 200 liters we could do. And we brought it to a Christmas market. First time, 2015, I think.
The Christmas market in near the Bellevue.
Yeah.
This one, yeah.
Yeah. And it worked, and we noticed people were coming back and buying more. Some were a bit skeptics, like, can you guys really do soap? Took a while, but after a while it turned, and then people say, you guys can really do soap, it's great. And then it continued. And it's been a struggle since then as well, to how do you scale a factory? We need to find bigger spaces. We needed to struggle investing a lot of money, because you need to build ahead. The factory needs to get bigger ahead of your production. We need to learn a lot, invest a lot of time. So it was a very difficult period for 2 to 3 years to get this functioning. And and today we have a factory
in Schwarzenbach, right?
Yes, we started in Zurich. Now we're in Schwarzenbach, Zurich. We are outgrowing this. It's also something which we can't stay forever.
So you're looking for another.
We found a new place.
Yes. Where is it?
So we're happy to say we're coming back to Zurich.
Oh, okay. What the news?
Yes. So we're gonna be in between Harzbrück and Altstetten, where SBB is building a new project, or renovating the old repair halls.
Okay.
It's called Werkstätte projects. We will really be in the city. And going into the city, we also want to bring soap back to the city, not only as a factory. We also want people to experience soap. So build an experience factory where you actually can visit while we are producing.
Okay.
Also come on the weekends and so on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you then when is this starting?
Well, we don't know because I think the building plan needs to be signed off. Should happen anytime, and if everything goes like planned, we will be installed autumn 23. So
how many employees
we have?
You have now?
Yeah, when you have production, it's you produce depending on season. It's varying, but all in all we are around 50 employees working. But it's really depending on season, as it can be, and it's also part-time workers, or we have a lot of musicians. Most soap is filled by musicians.
Okay,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they need part-time. It's a hard job to have. You work night times. You have the day free, where you need to earn some money. I do music.
Okay.
Had music friends. So when we started to have a problem to fill all the soaps ourselves, it's like we asked our friends, "Can you help?" And they're like, "Yeah, we need money."
That's cool. So the soap is also kind of supporting creative work, right?
Yeah, indirectly. Yeah, especially now. I think a lot of our employees, which are musicians, have been very happy, and we have been happy as well. We've been able to give some more work then, and so yeah.
So yeah, and I think in the last year, you had kind of a.
It was. We have been growing all the time. But obviously, we've been growing from. Of course, you're smaller, and the step always gets bigger. Then
no, but I think 2020 to speak again a little bit about was on the one hand the sanitizers, but you also were delivering Swiss with the soap.
Yeah, with Swiss we deliver soap as well, or like a special product for the plane. Exactly. What? Swiss came to us and they said, "Look, we have this. We have these articles in the laboratories, and we know they're not natural. Can you help us to transform these products to natural products?" So we looked at the products they had and we reformulated them natural, and delivered them. I think face cream, face spray, lotion, and then we also do now a cabin soap. And this was great. It was difficult for us because it's more than 1 million products a year, and we at the time we produced 500 a day. But we said we cannot say no to this, and of course in those quantities.
Then you called another thousands of musicians.
We did that as well, yes. But at the same time, you need to produce them at a very efficient speed because a customer like this doesn't want to pay a high price as well for quantity articles. So we needed to find machines to get a high efficiency. I think these tubes we produced 50,000 a day, and then going from 5,000 to 50,000 a day was difficult. And obviously, we don't have money for new machines, and the machine broke down during the test up phase, and we were a bit nervous. But some month then ahead of deliveries, then things were in place and they were running, and then we made the first delivery in our little 3-wheeler
to the
airport directly.
Okay,
which
cool.
It's 20 minutes drive, so it was good.
Now,
we managed.
So, now the Swiss is not really in operation.
No, they have a hard time.
Yeah. But are there other, let's say, companies like this? Because I think that's a little bit the game changer, right? That's a difference between, like the cafe or the bar here at the corner that is using the soap for in the washroom. So are there other, let's say, companies that are realizing, hey, it would be cool to have a sustainable and kind of different produced soap?
Yeah, everywhere, I think. And also hotels. And for us, we needed to find also a model that works for these customers. So as a factory, you have the benefit of choosing the vessels of the production yourself. So we used bulk canisters and so on to make a more efficient price for this customer, so they can refill. And then for the hotels, they noticed then, okay, the price, then we have a high quality products, but the price is actually it's not really increasing. If you compare them to the small bottles where the customers takes them all the time and so on. And it looks nicer in the showers or the bathroom. So we needed to find a way of transporting a high quality product with organic ingredients, natural perfumes, then to a customer like this to a good price.
But are there other companies who can name it? To name some?
Who has? We have. Well, companies big as Swiss, we don't have any. I think that's they're a very big company, but we have a lot of them. If I mention one, I need to mention all.
but I see. But you think there is also an open-mindedness of companies like this size, that they want to have these products.
Yes. We have customers like ZKB, Credit Suisse, UBS, actually all of them. Which has an interest. We deliver to Kunsthaus Basel, Baylor. So it's very wide, the customers. So everything from small yoga studios to big museums.
Yeah, let's see. I think they will fly again more.
I hope so.
Then, but it's really funny. You mentioned before that. So on the one hand. People were using the sanitizer, and I think that brings you some more, let's say, some more income at the end. But then a customer like Swiss, I think they were not ordering this much soaps like the years before.
No, and all the other our first customer you should mention as well, Zukunft Bar 3000 was actually our first special edition as well. We made a gin soap back then. I mean, all of these customers have problems too. It's a difficult time, and let's hope things turns back to normal.
Yeah, but soap is not soap or wash products are not the only products. A lot of people think you're just producing soaps and washing lotions, etc. But you're also producing clothes, and you have a really wide range of products in the Soeder shop here around the corner. Why this? Why offering clothes and other things, and not just focus on the wash products?
We get this question a lot, and I think first it's our heritage. We started to do basics, which were not care products, and we keep on doing it. We spent a lot of energy improving there too. We work almost exclusively now with upcycling in the textile, and I think as well, a scenario with only care products can be pretty boring. I think it also gives energy to the stores as well, and we like textile a lot. I mean, we in the team we have a big team who's been in the textile industry, who worked with fashion before. Now we don't want to do fashion. We want to stay with the basics, which is perhaps a more sustainable approach. But it's our heritage, and I think it gives energy also to the care products in the environment of the store.
Okay, but it's more also a passion to producing these textiles as well. These scarves I saw, and T-shirts you have, and even trousers you have.
Yeah, we used to do more stuff. We narrowed down. We used to do electronics like lamps and furniture. We had a very big range. So we narrow it down to a textile part, which is also integrated with the care. I mean, we do towels, things which is used directly in connection and with soap, and so on.
But that's funny, because normally people start with one product and 2, 3, 4 and more, and then they have a wide range. And now you had a wide range, and you are shorten it again?
Yeah. No, we're focusing. So I think we see this is the core elements we want to focus on. So it's really the textile and the care, the hygienic products or the cosmetic products. Yeah.
And the collective is the collective, are these designers, or what is the collective? Or the one is like more the textile guy, and the other is more the soap specialist?
From the beginning, we knew we don't have all the competence we need to start something this ambitious than doing several types of products. We also didn't want to go out and get a huge amount of risk capital and do the normal procedure and of scaling fast and selling it and so on, and be dependent on the investor. So we said let's crowd finance this through the collective. So we brought really talented people. Then at the same time say, hey, we work without a high salary. We all invest money in this to make it work. And the benefit of this as well, these people you can't really employ. Like a very talented graphic designer is self-employed. The very good communicator is self-employed, and so on. So we had really nice people joining, and this gave us then a very good vibe, obviously, because everyone is also part of it. It's like, hey, it's my company. It's important for me because I'm a part of it, and gives a different groove.
Because they could give their know-how without just working for the company and could do their other projects, but were also part of this collective and could say, hey, I'm doing communications for Soeder, but also for others, but this is something I'm really involved because I'm a co-owner.
Yeah, exactly. I put energy into this, and if it grows, then I'm a part of it. I think it gave a really nice internal vibe as well. And we needed to invest more, all of us, than to build the factory and so on. And no, it was a good model in the end. Yeah.
But the textile is really, you can buy it in the shop and online, but it's really, I think it's not, you're not selling the hundreds of pieces every month, right?
No, it's a smaller part of the company, definitely. But we are now selling it in other stores as well.
Okay.
We've done a lot of work then of extending the collection as well. There's some interesting stuff there, for sure.
But the main business is the soap.
The main business is the soap, yeah. And especially the factory, yeah. It's bigger.
But speaking of shops as well, you have now several shops in Zurich, or?
Yeah, we did a lot of pop-ups.
Yeah, I mean at Limmatquai, right?
We're at Limmatquai. We hope to stay there a bit longer. We're now trying to work this out. We had a pop-up on Rennweg as well. Beautiful old place, but this is now rented out. So we actually left it yesterday. Yesterday was the last day. And we are now opening in Bern. This is not really official yet, but we will open in Bern.
Another news, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's a Denkmal. It's a very nice, in the old town, it's a Denkmal building. So it's a bit complicated, but hopefully around mid of March we're opening there. Exactly. And then we'll see. We hope to do some more pop-ups. I think it's a nice way of getting to know new places and test new things. So we'll definitely do some pop-ups. It would be nice to do something in the west of Switzerland.
And Basel and Lausanne?
No, in Basel we also have a pop-up. It's true. It's in another constellation. They would do it with another bag producer, Question, where I was involved in a long time ago. And they had a concept made by plants. So everything in the store then is made by plants. Then our cosmetic products, but they also have a textile then made by plants from bananas.
Yeah, I know. Question. You have some kind of similar philosophy a little bit as well, with that products have to be sustainable, or you should not buy, or products should exist for years and not just to buy every time a new one. I guess there are some parallels. So you are expanding also the shops or the pop-ups.
And we had permanent stores in Basel too, but Basel it's been tricky to find the right spot and so on. So now we try with a pop-up. Yeah.
Is a pop-up also a good concept to show the people the brand, and then for some months, and then they recognize it more, and then they can also, because I think the most or people are also buying it more in the all these retail shops you're working together, or also online, or what is the main?
I think you need to touch nice products, and you need to smell them, you need to feel them, and of course we have the digital world now, which opens up a lot of possibilities, and obviously we sell more online than we did some years ago. Now with Corona also we see a big difference in the consumer behavior, but the pop-ups, then you can go close to that customers, let's say in Basel or Geneva, and invite them to see the products and also touch them, smell them. I think the physical world is still very important for us. Yeah.
Is there something inside? Because I have to say, I really, especially now in the last year, I get kind of, even I have to say, kind of addicted to this.
There is no nicotine inside.
To this,
I promise you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's only good stuff inside. I mean,
it's really, I really remember the most of these are like, oh my god, they're smelling so bad of this.
Obviously, ethanol is something pretty strong. So you need to cover that. We do that with the herbs, and I think also natural scent has a positive dirty aspect. They are not so clean as a synthetic scent. This is also chemically like this because they're much more complex, so they're much wider, and they give a much more pleasant scent. So I think that's one element which is really nice, and the scents we used are also blending very nicely with the ethanol. And for the carrying, then the aloe vera inside is a very high quality aloe vera, and it's absolute magic for the skin.
So do you think that's why I get so addicted?
Your addiction, yeah.
Because but it's also good for you, because the question is also, can a cool bar or restaurant, can they allow themselves to not having a soda sanitizer or soap in their washroom?
I think it makes a difference for the atmosphere in the places. I think that's why people keep on coming back or buying it now. I think they should consider the well-being of their customers.
So once going with Soeder, you cannot going back.
You're stuck.
You have to get it every month. And
but no, I think this is a bit true. I think the experience in the lavatory or entering a place has changed. The bar has increased. We had some customers in the early days who said, like, yeah, guys, Zukunftsbar 3000, for example. And I said, like, no, we really like this quality. We like the experience it gives. We want to have it. And then getting into more places, customers start to expect something else. And I don't like it when I'm on the autobahn and I come to the gas station, or when I go to a place and I go in and I push the button or the traption, and there's something pink coming out. And I know the chemistry, what's inside as well, and it's not healthy for us. It's not good for the environment. It doesn't smell nice. Our skin gets dry. So I think it's a nice service to give the customers.
It's an extra service beside the good drink or the good coffee you can have
Exactly.
in this
And
place.
I think this is a general movement. A lot of our friends do great coffee, like Stoll, for example, V, and I think we generally we're getting back to enjoying ourselves and taking care of ourselves and taking care of the environment.
Yeah, and spend also probably a little bit more money on these things, and knowing that they are sustainable and yeah, probably a company has another kind of value and another approach to the world. Cool. No, so that makes completely sense. But but now the pandemic, I think probably in some 2, 3, 4 months, hopefully it be under control. What's then? So you have you think people are using are so addicted they have to use the sanitizer still, or do you have plans to replace the product probably then with something else, or?
It's a very good question. I think as a society, I think the focus on hygiene has changed. So I think we will continue to wash ourselves, and in a different way. I hope the pandemic is over soon as well. But yeah, of course, we need to develop ourselves, and we have a lot of new projects going. I personally like that part of my workday to come up with new ideas, to play around in the lab, and we're working with bacteria, fermentations. We are working with the bar soap. We have a lot of interesting projects. So of course we will continue to develop ourselves.
But I never saw advertising or something like this, because it's not necessary. You think it's
we did some, and we also do some digital aspects. But of course also we've been lucky that the product is visual as well. Then so people see the product, and I think if you have a good product, it's marketing in itself. I think if you experience something nice, then you would like to keep on. You get addicted. You want to keep on experiencing
that was
it.
really. I think everything is you're doing well.
Yeah, and I think this is something I learned from some my early experiences working. That if you have a good product, that's your marketing. I think that's. If you don't have a good product, you need marketing.
Yeah, good. So I think there is another sector where people are washing their hands a lot of times, and this is the office. Okay, people are now in home office, so this is another. So what is in the future? Are people going back to the office or not? I don't know yet. People say, "Oh, we'll stay in home office forever." Let's see. But is this also planned to say, "Hey, we go to these companies and offer them our products for the use in their toilets"?
We do. We have a service where companies and offices can order the products, and we do this a lot. We have a lot of offices, architect offices, even clinics, dentists. So it's the yoga studios. So really a lot of spaces. And soap. I mean, soap is in every public space. So it is a very wide segment we are covering.
Is there a goal that probably one day you can buy Soeder products in Coop or Migros?
I don't
or
know.
is this
They
something
never
you would
asked
say?
us.
Sorry?
They never asked us.
Okay, but but to be honest, is this not something you would say? This is not really.
No, it's always this image question. I think we are an exclusive product. That's probably why we are not in those retails. We are like, I think Coop and Migros, they both have some exclusive channels where we actually are selling to them. But in the normal shelf, it's another price category as well. So I guess it's we don't fit in that price category. So we rather than work with the bio stores, the exclusive retailers, and so on.
Mhm.
But perhaps there is other type of product line which would fit better in these shelves, which we would be doing someday.
I see. And other product range, another product range. Why you don't? I think a shoe would be great.
We did shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why you stopped then?
Well, I think you can only be so wide. I think you need so much competence and time to do a good shoe is extremely difficult. So I think at the moment it's focusing, and the energy of building the factory and now moving the factory will take so much energy, and at the same time then growing the textile range. So I think we will try to stick to this a little bit. I mean, if we grow bacteria now, also there is a lot of other exciting things happening. We need to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's a handcraft to have a factory and to manage to produce something is such a handcraft, and it takes so long time, like a wax product or a cream product. And how do I get it out of the tank? How do I get it into the container? And how do I make sure the quality or the cleanness of this is functioning? It's extremely challenging. And when we built the factory, we had a complete naive idea of being romantic doing product development, which we always did in the past in the team. And you realize 50% of the time you're servicing and maintaining machines. So you're actually more of a mechanic and a technical engineer, so something between computer technology and mechanic engineering.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're setting up the machine, and then you actually need to fill the products, and all that beautiful product development time just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're coming back to this. We have a bigger team, so we're coming back to having capacity for this, but it's such a handwork around the product, and to be able to do it, to do a good bar soap mechanically as well as we're trying to master is also completely different artisan process. So that said, I think we have learned the challenges and trying to focus a bit more than we did in the beginning.
Yeah, but I think in your heart you're also a designer somehow, no?
Yeah.
Like or someone, and so it's an interesting product, but it's a shoe is something else. To be honest, like this is really then more design and more.
Yeah.
With or what do you think?
I think I thought
soap is also a designer product.
Yeah, I think I thought I was a designer. I think I appreciate things, and I think I know what's needed out of a product. I think my wife is a better designer than me. Mm-hmm. No, I think I appreciate product, and I appreciate the quality. And if you work for a company, you often don't have the possibility to bring this into a product. Then there is a manager coming to you and say, why do the zipper cost €1? Or why did you choose this textile? This is very expensive. You say, yeah, well, it's a good textile, it's a good zipper. And it's very difficult to bring quality into a company, especially a company who perhaps was founded quite some years ago, because it wasn't so relevant. It was relevant to have a good margin and a low price, and I think that's what we've been doing. We've been packing a lot of quality and good stuff into products, and I like this aspect. And doing it alone, we had this opportunity, and people appreciate good things. Yeah.
And the small details also. Guess this is not a plastic bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I'm wrong. Is this also, I think, an aspect that changes so much?
Yeah, and people didn't have. It's not so long ago, but then there was no one, but it was very uncommon with glass bottles, mm-hmm. and we got a lot of criticism in the beginning. People were like, "No, but I can't buy this. It will break. It's glass," and it was very difficult. Saying, "No, but like I have kids, and they don't throw glass on the floor randomly. Mm-hmm. It's like you pay attention with glass, and of course there is probably some bottles who's been breaking, but that aspect is now completely gone. We don't get that feedback anymore. So
and you also found a system in the bar or in the restaurants that you cannot steal the bottle, right?
We need to. They get
Because
stolen
you
all
have
the.
this steal thing around. Because people
Yeah.
are, you know, like talking about my addiction, right? It's like, so was this also part to think about this? Okay, when we deliver these glass bottles, we have to make sure that there is a possibility for the bar that not every evening they have to buy a new one because the one was stolen by someone.
Yeah, and it was also demand. It's like, hey guys, you need to find a solution to this, especially on the female toilet. It's like it's always gone. And we even have this problem with the bottles in the holders. You know, they try to bend out the bottles. They try to screw off the screws, and it's a challenge for the gastronomical people to keep them in place. No. So we have a good lock and key around the product.
Mm-hmm. Nice, but probably a little bit talking. You want really to stay here in Switzerland, so it's not the idea to make a factory one day in, I don't know, in Germany or near.
Yes, and yes, we want to stay here. We also want to stay in Zurich. I think it's very important. For us, it was a bit difficult to move inside the canton, just outside the border, but we couldn't find any place big enough in the city. And now we've got opportunity to go back, and that's really important. We feel we are part of Zurich, and we think Zurich is a soap city. It has the heritage of being. The Kreis 5 was the center of soap production, and we're now going back very close to where that used to be.
Yeah, and Switzerland is really a country that everything is so clean.
Right? Yeah, we need to keep it clean.
Yeah.
No, we want to stay. But at the same time, I think we also have some dialogues then, does it make sense to ship the product to America, for example? And in the future, perhaps it also makes sense to produce at least products continentally and not ship everywhere. I mean, for Europe, I think Switzerland is good, but for America, perhaps we should produce the products then on the continent in the future, for example.
Because of the emissions.
Yeah, to perhaps even change the raw material to fit the continent and source more locally.
Cool. That's really interesting. And I think it's a successful story. What that leads also to the question. Do you had some offers from someone?
For the company? Yeah, we had a lot of offers.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had a lot of offers. And we basically said that we are really happy. Some of us had companies before and we sold them. The problem is always, what do you do then? Right, and if you sold
shoes,
you could do shoes, yeah, but we have so much to do yet. So I think at the moment we are really happy to continue, and we are okay financially. It will be a challenge to build a new factory, but no, there's a lot we still need to do. We are not ready to sell, and we think it's rather than also integrating more of the collective into the day-to-day business. Some collective members have been self-employed. Now perhaps then we have been growing, also wants to go inside the company. It's nice to have this family vibe, and also not being pressured by a big investor who wants to grow extremely fast or have a certain margin structure or do not believe in a certain product. It gives us an extremely nice freedom to be independent. Yeah, but we had a lot of offers. Yeah,
yeah, that's yeah. When you have a good idea that is also to have a product that is so basic like soap, but so different at the other hand.
I think a lot of people simply don't take the chance to do things. It's obviously important to do something that someone else is not doing. When we were thinking about the basic products, I mean, there's coffee and there's beer and there's a lot of basics which people consume every day. But soap and true soap or natural soap, so no one really produced. So this was it's a good niche for us. And I think then there is a lot of these niches still open. I think people should take the opportunity to be a bit crazy sometimes and buy a small machine and start producing things locally, because I think the city people today is really appreciating the high quality and the local produced, and there is still a lot of products you can't get from a local supplier.
What niche you for a young entrepreneur? What niche you have to?
I think ketchup and mayonnaise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
It's a good one. I would do ketchup and mayonnaise now if I didn't have a soap factory.
But why you could also you have already the bottle. Why not,
we also have the machines actually. Yeah. No, but I think that's for someone else to do. Yeah.
Because it would be a little bit strange that then people could also eat.
Exactly.
And they are kind of confused probably. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, cool. As probably someone want to invent and locally produce ketchup and mayo for the next
or something else. But I think there is it's nice with local products. It's the stuff. I think a company also doesn't need to be huge, but it's nice to choose your day and to produce your own product, to choose your quality, to improve quality. And I think a lot of the things in the everyday life perhaps doesn't have the quality it used to have, or the quality it could have.
Yeah, but I think people are always afraid that the market is too small.
Yeah,
that was also my question before. Why you could also start a company in Berlin and then take the kind of probably a little bit more global focus of a city like Berlin or I don't know, but even Stockholm, whatever.
Yeah, but Zurich is a good place. It's international, and people appreciate quality. So it's a good starting point, I think. I think it would be nice with some new producers. I mean, we have the coffee machine producer Soeder as well, and there is a lot of things happening.
Yeah, now you're
are they going to be our neighbors in the factories? It will be a nice area. With a lot of producers. I think I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say too much about who's going in there. That's there if they haven't communicated that. But it will be a nice area with many producers.
So I should come around.
If you have a good idea, perhaps you could also rent a space and start producing there.
Yeah, sure. Or
some ketchup and mayonnaise.
Yeah, I really will think about because I like also. So you're also the guy that is mixing ketchup and mayo when it's
at home.
Yeah.
Or you mean the cocktail sauce?
Yeah.
The kids only want cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
They don't.
Okay.
They don't like it pure. No.
Cool. Yeah. So let's see. I will think about this business idea.
Perfect. I have more. Otherwise, if you have...
yeah. Let's see together when you have time.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, thanks a lot. So that was really interesting. And I think I will continue to use this hand sanitizer, probably also when you don't have to wash the hands every 10 minutes like it's at the moment. Yeah. So thanks a lot for this talk.
Thank you.
And
it was nice to be here.
Yeah, thanks a lot.